Smoker Gavin here, doing another cigar review. Today's cigar review is the Cohiba Nicaragua. This is a very small cigar, almost a cigarillo. Shapes, I believe, are 4 by 45, so 4 inches long, 45 ring gauge. The wrapper looks slightly red hue to it, shiny, definitely an oil slick. A couple, veins showing, but no soft spots. Looks like it's constructed well. Anyway, let's get this cut up and start toasting.
So you want to spend the night with me? She reminded me of Lisa Hannah 93.
All right, off the first light, just a simple oily kind of bitter hay and an oil slick on my mouth. I'll keep puffing away and I'll get back to you guys during the first third. All right, so about 8 to 9 minutes in. This is a small cigar, so between the first, second, third isn't gonna be that much time. You can see the ash is burning nicely and holding on a little bit. I'm gonna ash it right now. Looks like it's gonna fall off soon. So far, the flavors are off to a good start. I'm getting mostly coffee, cedar, and a pepper finish with a kind of a dry mouthfeel. Off to a good start. We'll keep smoking and I'll get back in touch with you guys during the second third. All right, we're in the second third now. So we're 25 minutes in. Flavors have been pretty consistent from the first third to the second third. There's been an addition of a cocoa powder, like a dusty cocoa powder. Dusty is the way I'm describing the mouthfeel, but there's still the flavors of cedar and coffee with a pepper finish and still a dry mouthfeel. So I'm definitely sipping away on some water. Still burning well. This has got a punch to it. I'm starting to feel the effects. So even though it's a little guy, I'm feeling the effects. I did have breakfast and I did have some food today, but it still hit me pretty hard. I didn't have a huge meal, but I'm surprised on how strong this is despite it being a very small cigar. So I'll get back in touch with you guys when we get into the third. All right, about 46 minutes in, as you can see, I'm very close to the band. So I'm gonna be taking the band off now. Flavors are a little bit of a flavor transition. Right now I'm getting a meaty, like a meaty is I don't know how to describe it besides meaty. Before it was more of a dusty cocoa mouthfeel and a dry mouthfeel. Now it's like a meaty, really full-bodied coffee and wood. It's getting a bit warm now. Here at 46 minutes, it was a small cigar, so pretty good burn time for such a small cigar, only 4 inches. I'm gonna be ending it real soon. Final thoughts, this is, as all cigars are, they have different shapes. And this size, this 4 by 46 ring gauge size, I specifically chose because I don't have that much time today. So if you pick a shorter cigar, that generally tends to be a shorter smoke. Not 100%. Some smokes are deceptively fast burners and some are deceptively slow. So it's not 100% guaranteed that if you pick a 7-inch long Churchill size, it's gonna take 2 hours. Sometimes it'll take only an hour and 10 minutes. It just burns really quickly, and some of them burn very slowly. This was, I would say, a typical cigar. Didn't burn too fast, didn't burn too slow, but I would say this is a cigar for a experienced cigar smoker. It's very full-bodied and full strength. I would recommend this after a big meal, typically later in the day. If you're not used to smoking cigars, then yeah, this is probably gonna be too much for you. Pretty interesting that Cohiba, formerly known for their Cohiba Dominican Republic, like Red Dot series, where this is the Nicaragua. So apparently there is lots of Nicaraguan long fillers and binders with a very dark Oscuro wrapper. I could be saying that wrong. Just because it's called that doesn't mean it looks one shade. It just means dark. And I guess it is kind of dark, but I've seen some almost black Oscuro wrappers. This is not that. This is more of like a dark red hued brown. But this cigar scored a 91. I could see why. It performed pretty well. I did have to do a few touch-ups, but the cigar never actually went out on me, and I didn't have any draw issues. The draw was perfect. The burn, like I said, wasn't perfect, but pretty close. Good flavors. Really no complaints. Just if you don't have a lot of time, pick a small cigar, and if it's later in the day and you ate a big meal, then yeah, maybe pick a fuller bodied cigar like this one. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope you guys found this cigar review interesting and helpful. Check out the Cohiba Nicaragua sometime, and also the Cohiba Dominican Republic cigars are very good as well. With that, adios.